When I say young people, I mean like people under the age of like 22, okay? So if you're a toddler to 21, this video's for you, okay? All the toddlers out there. Weed is a beautiful plant. Do I recommend it? I don't think that would be legal if I said I do recommend it. So I can't say that I do. But my experience with marijuana and cannabis and weed and bud and loud and gas, it's been beautiful, man, for the most part, bro. It helped me with a lot of problems. It woke me up. It was there when nobody was there and made bad times good, you feel me? But at the end of the day, weed is for adults. Sorry to tell you. Weed is for people with jobs that can afford life. That's what weed is. That's who weed is for. If you don't have money for your stuff, if you don't have a way to get it, and you don't live by yourself, you don't need to be doing that. Okay. Number one. That's number one. That's just the basic. That's parent Moses, not Aaron Moses. That was parent Moses. Number two, right? So what's up, Sensei? So the second thing I want to say about marijuana, pot, cannabis, gas, loud, green, weed, it can and will stunt your social skills. Now, you might not think it's a big deal right now. You might think that it's okay because you're always socializing and you're around your little pothead friends. That's cool. But if your mind is in an altered state and you're trying to interact with the rest of us, the sober people, I'm not sober right now. I'm just saying, if I were, the sober people, the sober internet, sober life, you're not going to be interacting with all of your mind, bro. There's parts of your mind when you chief, when you smoke, there's parts of your mind that are sedated. Do you know what the word sedated means? Kind of like sleep, but not really. Parts of your mind are sedated and other parts of your mind are stimulated. So how do you know what you're actually interacting with is real? How do you know? You're not building memories the same way. Your subconscious mind is doing something different than it's used to doing. Your conscious mind is doing something that is not used to doing. You're not perceiving reality and you're not perceiving reality in a practical, healthy way. So how do you think you're going to, if you keep sedating parts of your mind and waking other parts up that are usually not used to being stimulated this way, if you do that over the course of 5 years, do you think that you're going to be healthy socially? Do you think, and I'm not even talking about if you overly abuse it. Even if you chief probably like 3 times a week, if you smoke on Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays only, you don't even want to do it 3 times in a row. But at the same time, bro, that's still 12 hours. That's a half a day when you're not really alive all the way. You feel me? Another thing, coping mechanisms. And this all comes down to you. Yes, this all comes down to your social skills and how you're supposed to respond as a responsible adult. Coping mechanisms. People, oh, I just need to smoke a blunt because you're dead on the inside, bro. And I get it. I get it. People think it's cute. Oh, it's just reefer. It's not just reefer, nigga. It's just you don't know how to live for real, so you're gonna smoke your problems away. I get it, bro. I smoke squares and I drink a lot. It's destroying my relationships. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know if you saw that story. Let me tell you this story, a quick little story. So I'm at work and I hear this I guess their family. I'm at work, right? One of my managers was talking to his cousin. She was like, "So, what did you have for breakfast this morning?" And this is a first shift job. So this is probably like 7 o'clock in the morning, bro. 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. This dude usually has a lot of charisma, talking loud, boom, laughing, very masculine, right? This man said, "I didn't have breakfast this morning." She said, "Why?" He said, "Well, my hands were shaking so much I couldn't even hold my fork, and I didn't have any beer or alcohol in the house. So, I couldn't eat." And I'm thinking to myself, bro, what? Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. He was a cool dude, bro. Really took care of me, man. Good manager. But I was thinking like, bro, your alcoholism has gotten so bad that your hands were shaking so bad that you couldn't eat breakfast. What? Do you know where this comes from? Do you think he started drinking this year? Probably not. It's possible. Probably not though. Right? Do you think that he has been drinking for a long time, possibly since he was a teenager? Probably, right? Do you think that he felt emotionally stifled at some point or he went through some kind of trauma and that's how he dealt with it? Probably, right? Do you think that he wanted to, when the teacher asked him, "Hey, Jonathan, I don't know his real name. Hey, Jonathan, what do you want to be when you grow up?" He said, "Well, when I grow up, I want to be an alcoholic who makes $15 at a warehouse. And the only reason I work in this job is because my business endeavors are failing." He probably didn't say that. I could imagine that he did not think that his life was going to turn out like this. That's probably why he laughed so much. Because his life, I don't know, he could have a great life. He could also have a worse life than me because of his affliction, his disease. It's a disease. Okay? He's not a bad person, he's not a criminal. But the thing about it is, you're a teenager, bro. You're under the age of 21, bro. People under the age of 21 don't make that much money usually. Marijuana is an expensive habit. No, no, let me take that back. When I was growing up, marijuana was an expensive habit, and I didn't have a job. So guess what I did? Exactly. My mom didn't give me the $20 every week to go to the movies, and them $5 bags didn't last all week. Guess what I didn't have to do anything. I could have just stopped smoking. But when she stopped giving me that little $20 a week to go to the movies, do you think what do you think I did? Exactly. And I don't want you to have to do that because you have to you have to act like you're on H. You're not even because you're gonna get to the point where you're smoking so much where you're not even trying to get high. You just want to feel normal. You just don't want to have anxiety or depression because that's what weed did. That's what the lack of weed did for me. It gave me anxiety when I was sober. It made me not want to socialize when I was sober. It made me not want, it made me depressed and I didn't even know it when I was sober. I couldn't even eat sometimes when I was sober. I didn't even want to come out my room when I was sober. I didn't want to do anything, bro. I smoked a lot, bro. I used to smoke like 3 L's before school, high school. Then I would smoke after school for like 3 hours and then go home and pass out. I didn't even it was so bad, bro. I didn't even fall asleep. I just passed out. There's a difference between falling asleep, pulling your clothes out, brushing your teeth, washing your face, saying your prayers, falling asleep. Most people do it like that. Me, no, I'm up listening to this Jimi Hendrix, doing all of that, doing all of that, and I just go eat some ice cream, lay down, wake up depressed, you know? So Sensei TV can vouch. He says, "Yeah, weed has me like a fiend. I need it or I can't do anything." Exactly, bro. It was to the point where I had to smoke before I did everything, bro. Like we used to literally smoke before we smoked, just like a preparation, like a pre-yoga stretch or something like that. Like when Bob Marley said I smoked 2 joints before I smoked 2 joints, that was a real thing. We would smoke a ball before we smoked a blunt, just because I don't even know the logic behind that, but it was weird, bro. And like I told you, I don't want to make this video about me. I'm just giving you examples. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of allegory and a little bit of story. You know what I'm saying? Anecdotes, but not the clip notes. I know that didn't sound right, but I'm gonna practice it. I'm gonna practice it. It's kind of slick. I'm not blaming weed. That's another thing, bro. Don't blame anything on weed, bro. You did it because you wanted to, and that's fine. Admit it. But no, weed didn't make me a worse person or anything like that. It didn't make me bad. It was my choices. Because if it wasn't weed, it would have been something else, bro. It would have been something else. It would have been compulsively working. It could have been it could have been some stuff I gotta put in my arm or put in my nose, or it could have been anything, bro. I'm thankful that it was, but because it's not physically addicting, or so they say. But um, It's cool, but just make sure you can afford it. Make sure you don't overdo it, and make sure, like for real, stay by yourself, bro. Because you don't want to have to sneak around. Like ultimately, you're a jit, bro. You're under the age of 21. It's your body. Your parents can't stop you from putting anything in your body. And parents, if you didn't want them to know that, I apologize. But you should have had that conversation with them a long time ago so they could build some responsibility and charisma. But your parents can't stop you from putting anything in your body. It's a fact. They tried. It didn't work. And my parents were kind of strict when they were actually trying. So you're a god at this point, but you have the responsibility of regulating your own emotions and taking your responsibility. No, the weed didn't make you do anything. You did it yourself. Weed didn't destroy your life. You did it yourself. Okay. These songs and all this music, yeah, it's very intoxicating, pun intended, and it's very influential, but it's ultimately your decision. And you don't want, you don't, bro, drugs make you weaker. Weed is a drug. Sorry, it is. There's no drug out there that makes you stronger, even steroids. Alcohol, cigarettes, cannabis, they make you weaker, bro. It's not a choice. You can't, no matter how much willpower you think you have or how much creativity you think you have, that's what they're supposed to do, bro. Anything that you have to alter before you put in your body, anything that you have to burn is a drug. You have to burn it or heat it up to activate it or brew it or cook it. It's a drug, bro. Drugs don't make anything or anybody stronger, bro. It's a fact. Google it. It's supposed to trigger something inside you that you can already do yourself. So if you really want to get high, bro, make a fire song. That's better than drugs. Meditate. That's better than drugs. You can get the same, you could literally get the same and better effect if you learn how to meditate and do breathing exercises, yoga, all of that. Start right now. You're young, bro. But it's a fact. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to do. You know what they told me when I was in school? If you mix marijuana and cannabis, you can die because the cannabis is gonna. I mean, not marijuana and cannabis. If you mix weed and alcohol, you could die because weed slows down your gag reflexes. And if you have alcohol poisoning, you need to throw up, and the weed's gonna make you not throw up. And then you're just gonna have alcohol all in your body, and then you're gonna die. And I was like, what? I do that all the time. That doesn't happen to me. All you have to do is just not get that drunk. Or you could just, nah, that's true though. But sometimes when you hit the bud and you're really drunk, it makes you want to throw up. So I don't know what that bitch was talking about. Excuse me. Shout out to her. But I don't know. They were taught to tell us to lie. Nah, whatever, bro. But that's it, man. I don't want to make this long video because honestly, I said it all. And again, it's not to scare you, it's just to make you think, bro. Number one, social skills, bro. Your social skills are probably the most important thing in the world, bro. Probably. Social skills. Number two, you don't want to fall into a life of crime over some. But see, all right, let me explain that. If you actually do start committing crimes for bud, then you're going to inevitably do other substances. That's how it always starts, bro. Because you're gonna be exposed to it, like a police officer. You're gonna be exposed to more things. You're gonna be exposed to people putting stuff in their nose, putting stuff in their arms, putting stuff in their booty. Do you want to be around people who put things in their booty? I didn't think so. Okay. So you're going to be exposed to different elements that's going to inevitably make you have to do other things just because it's just like that. Not me here, Moses. That's what I said too. You're going to do it. Whether it's something that you have to put under your tongue, whether it's something that still came out the ground and it's kind of trippy, whether you have to put it under your in your nose, whether you have to put it in your arm, whether you have to put it in your booty, whether you have to drop it in your eye, rub it on your skin, whatever you got to do, bro. It's gonna happen. And you're gonna run the risk of becoming an addict. I'm not saying weed is a gateway drug because it's not. That's foolishness. That's malarkey. But it's gonna happen, bro. If you start doing crimes, just say that sentence. If I start doing crimes to support my drug habit, do you think that's not gonna lead you to doing other drugs that's gonna make you a drug addict? What do? I do crimes to support my drug habit because I don't have a job. You're gonna do other drugs when you become an addict, and you're gonna be out here sleeping in a box somewhere. Facts, trust me. And number three, okay, social skills. There's a high possibility you could do crimes, and you could be a drug addict and be dependent on it, man. And like the combination of those three things, let me tell you, it's not good. So number one, you're a criminal. So you have to hang out with other criminals so you could do more crimes and do better crimes. Number two, you're dependent on a substance, which is going to reflect in your relationships. You're going to be needy. You could develop some kind of personality disorder, narcissism, sociopathy. I don't want to say schizophrenia, but different types of personality disorders, different variations. And your social skills are low. You're going to be with somebody that is socially retarded, has no self control, and they're a criminal themselves, so you can't really trust them like that. You don't want to do that, bro. Anyways, I'm a nerd, so I like to think of the worst case scenario all the time. If you smoke bud every day, guess what? There's a possibility nothing bad will happen. Your rich parents could give you $20 every day. I don't even think that would do anything. But is there a possibility? Yes. That I just outlined for you the worst possibilities. You might be somewhere in the middle, but let me tell you how I think, bro. Every time I see somebody that's over the age of 30 working at Walmart, what's the first thing I think? They skipped school a lot so they could smoke weed with their friends, and now they work at Walmart and they wanted to be a doctor growing up. I see an old lady working at Applebee's. Hi, may I help you? You smoked a lot of pots in the 60s, didn't you? You skipped school. F that homework. I'm smoking this bud because my mom told me I shouldn't. Whenever I see anybody that's an underachiever or they're not doing anything significant in life, anybody who works at Walmart, McDonald's, Kroger, I'm judging you, bro. I automatically think that you just smoke too much bud. You smoked too much bud when you were a teenager because your parents didn't teach you coping skills because they had to work too much because they smoked too much bud in high school. Okay. Yes, there's a possibility that you went to the military and then you got injured, and America doesn't care about injured veterans. That's just a fact. That's the possibility, but only 1% of the American population is Army veterans. So that's a very low possibility that that happened. The possibility that you skipped high school a lot and some of middle school, you skipped school to smoke marijuana, the possibility of that, I'm probably like 80%, bro. And it might not have been marijuana. It could have been alcohol. It could have been something you have to put in your nose or your arm. But it's all the same to me, bro. It's all the same. If you skip school to smoke weed, you're going to grow up and work at Walmart. It's a fact. I never worked at Walmart because I didn't hear any good things, and I never really lived that close to a Walmart to work at a Walmart. And I don't like people seeing me work that I went to high school with. So those three things. If you skip school to smoke bud a lot, you're gonna be a loser, bro. You're going to be a loser. I said my piece. All right, man. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang. You the bang. We the bang together, man. Listen to your parents. Listen to me, and listen to what I'm about to say. If you like this video, make sure you like this video. It's free. It's free. It's 4 people watching. 4,000 people watching. We should have 4,000 likes. Make sure you like this video. You can like this video after it's done. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I got. Look at this. All right. I see what we got here. When I get that camera, you better not ride my wave, cause this year I'm getting it. Nah, it's too late now. Take that like back. All right, man. Peace.